Warrior, God is training you through this battle. Chosen warrior. If you are listening to this message today, it is not by accident. There are battles in life that arrive without warning. Battles that shake your confidence. Battles that test your faith. Battles that make you question everything you thought you knew. And perhaps you are standing in one of those battles right now. You have prayed. You have waited. You have cried out for answers. Yet the heavens seem silent. The road ahead appears uncertain. And the weight you carry feels heavier than it ever has before. But warrior, what if this battle is not meant to destroy you? What if the very struggle you are trying to escape is the tool God is using to prepare you? Because throughout history, God has never chosen a warrior and left him untrained. Before David wore a crown, he faced a lion. Before Joseph ruled a nation, he sat in a prison. Before Moses led millions, he wandered through a wilderness. And before Christ began his ministry, he was tested in the desert. The pattern has never changed. God trains his warriors in places they do not understand. The hidden training ground. Many people believe that God's favor means an easy road. But Scripture tells a different story. The strongest faith is not built during comfort. It is built during conflict. Think about a sword. A sword is not created by simply admiring metal. It must enter the fire. It must endure pressure. It must survive the hammer. Again and again. The process looks violent. The process looks painful. Yet without that process, the sword remains weak. Warrior, your current battle may be the forge. The place where God is shaping what others cannot yet see. The place where your character is being strengthened. The place where your faith is becoming unshakable. Because God is far more concerned with who you are becoming than with what you are currently going through. Many people want the blessing. Few are willing to endure the preparation. Many desire the crown. Few are willing to survive the training. But every great warrior understands something: the battle is the classroom. The storm is the teacher. The struggle is the training ground. When nothing makes sense. One of the hardest parts of spiritual training is that it rarely makes sense while you are inside it. You may be asking, why did this relationship end? Why was that opportunity taken away? Why does every door seem closed? Why am I carrying this burden? These questions are natural. Even the strongest warriors ask them. But there is something you must understand. God often removes what is comfortable before he reveals what is necessary. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. Sometimes what feels like loss is actually protection. Sometimes what feels like delay is actually preparation. The warrior sees a closed door. God sees a dangerous path avoided. The warrior sees waiting. God sees growth. The warrior sees a setback. God sees a setup. This is why faith becomes essential. Because faith allows you to trust God's vision when your own vision is limited. The enemy's greatest mistake. There is another truth many warriors never realize. The enemy often attacks hardest when your purpose is near. Think about it. Why would darkness waste resources attacking someone who poses no threat? Why would resistance increase if there was nothing valuable ahead? The intensity of your battle may actually reveal the significance of your calling. The pressure may be proof that something important is being developed inside you. The enemy sees potential before many people do. He sees what God is building. He sees what you may become. And he fears it. That is why discouragement often arrives before breakthrough. That is why doubt appears before growth. That is why fear tries to speak before faith rises. But warrior, do not mistake opposition for abandonment. God has not left you. He is training you. The making of a warrior. A true warrior is not someone who never falls. A true warrior is someone who gets back up. Again. And again. And again. Every scar teaches a lesson. Every challenge develops endurance. Every setback creates wisdom. The strongest warriors are rarely those who have avoided pain. The strongest warriors are those who have survived it. And perhaps that is why you have endured so much. Not because God has forgotten you, but because God is preparing you. Preparing you to carry responsibilities others cannot carry. Preparing you to walk through storms others cannot survive. Preparing you to become the answer to someone else's prayer. So if you are tired today, if your strength feels low, if your heart feels weary, remember this: the battle you are facing is not proof that God has abandoned you. It may be proof that God is training you. The fire is not your enemy. The pressure is not your enemy. The process is not your enemy. The process is producing the warrior you were called to become. And warrior, your story is not over. Your greatest chapter may still be ahead.